Rob here, and we are going to discuss season 4 of YouTube Racing League. We're going to have a couple of changes, not a lot. A couple of changes in the folks that's going to be racing. So we're going to try to make some minor adjustments. As few changes as possible should be easier for everyone involved. So we're going to try to make it where it's seamless as possible. It's never a seamless thing anytime you make changes, but we're going to try to make it as seamless as possible. Nothing major, nothing that's going to be like, wow, Rob did this. Wow, you know, the guys and girls voted on this. Yeah, we don't have nothing major between season 3 and 4 that we're going to be discussing. That's like, you know, earth shattering. Not really. Couple of driver changes. So obviously you're going to have some new teams as far as some new people on teams. And we're going to try to accommodate people the best we can. Try to always do it that way. It doesn't always work, but that's, you know, I like people to be happy on the team they're on. So Philip, when he comes in, Philip Reynolds, he was on Team 4 last year, and I think I'm going to have Philip change teams. But we're going to see. Colorado Kid, we're going to delete him from a league, and we're going to delete Iron Horse from a league. So what we're going to do, we're going to see if JB Gorman, Brian Gorman, wants to change teams. Then if he does, I'm going to put Philip on Team 8. And then our new guy, Oli Namela, I'm going to put him on Team 4. So, yeah, that would actually be probably the easiest way to do it. If Brian would be willing to do that. Colorado Kid. Or if somebody wants to trade off Team 10 to Team 8, we may do that. I may put OG. What's up, Keith? Couple of driver changes, season 4. Not a lot going on. I can't think of any rules changes I'm going to make this year, and I haven't heard anybody propose any rules changes. So things look like they're going pretty cool. So we won't change anything. I think Philip Reynolds is going to get switched from one team to another. He may go to Team 10 with Dave Little and MP Fox. If he does that, I'm going to put OG with Team 8. And then our newest driver, Oli Namela, with Team 4. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll do it that way. So we'll do one way, or either I'll put Devin in Team 4 and I'll put Oli in Team 8. As far as I'm concerned, Oli can be on either team he wants to be on. And Philip, though, we had to open up 2 spots, so I think Team 10 is going to be the place. Philip and his daughter. I don't know her name, but we're coming up with a card for her and one for Oli Namela. If you've seen Oli in here before in chat, very nice young man, very respectful, and he's never shown me anything but respect. So, and he's a young guy, but I don't, you know, if I don't have problems with somebody, I don't have a problem with. You could roll D10, say 00 means a car in 13th spot crashed. The old unlucky 13. The old unlucky 13. I don't know. We might do something. We might do something this year. Thing of it is, though, with our pedal to the metal, it's allowing a lot of movement on the track, and a lot of people like that. And then, you know, we don't have like pit numbers like good race car drivers yet. So that's but how likely it is for 2 zeros to come out? Yeah, well, you know me. You know me. I'll tell you what we may do from now. When we do pedal to the metal, we'll roll 2 10-sided die. Okay? And if the zeros come up, then they out of the race. And the ones tagging along with them are too. We'll do that. So if it's 6 cars tagging along, it'll be we'll call it a multi-car crash, and they're out just in that order. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Double zeros. What do you think the chances are in 15 races we'll see 1 00 pop up? Reverse of fortune, yeah. Yep. I'm getting text while I'm talking to you. G-Puck texted me. But yeah, we might do that. We may do that. I got to get Oli in here again. I got to get his numbers again. Probably happened. Sean stayed mad a lot. Oh man, I haven't seen much of Sean lately. I don't know whether the summertime and nice weather and stuff is yeah, but yeah, it could happen to Sean, couldn't it? It could happen to Sean. Should maybe, huh? Be pretty interesting. How's your days, Keith? Everyone in here. Let's find out what the temperature is right now. Current temperature. It's been beautiful out. It's 79
degrees in Hurt right now.
79. 79. A little warm, but not too bad. 82. That's what it feels like. And this is what's definitely sunny out. Yeah, my neighbor still got his door open to his building right there. He's got 2 buildings right there, both of those. But he's still got that one open. So he'll work till dark. He stays outside. He stays outside all the time. But no rain here today. No rain here today. We're calling for some chances of it. But none here yet. Tomorrow, we may get some rain tomorrow. Partly cloudy. It says 86 tomorrow, so it's going to be a little warmer. We're trying to figure out whether we should I know what I was going to talk about. I know exactly what I wanted to talk about. COVID story nobody likes to talk about. Nobody likes to talk about it at all. We're all running from it. We're all running from it. We're all wearing masks, doing all that stuff. And I understand Dale had it. He had a hard case of it too. Is it becoming part of our life? Is it going to stay here for 20 years from now? And are we just going to have to deal? Either wear a mask, don't wear a mask. The lady that cuts my hair, she's taking her kids to the beach this weekend, Myrtle Beach. Is it becoming some sort of sadness to the point to where we don't want to go anywhere and we're scared to go anywhere, but yet we know in the back of our minds something could happen, but is it going to get any better? I mean, you got kids out there 15, 16, 17, 18 years old right now. The last 4 months, their lives have been upside down. Not going to school, not doing, just not doing anything. And recently, everything's starting to reopen. Me and my wife went to Cracker Barrel last night. All of the seats were 6 feet apart. I mean, is it going to become the norm to sit 6 feet away from everybody everywhere you go? To wear a mask in places where people ask you to wear a mask. Hell, they've been doing it in China now, in Japan for the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. Go back and look at video from, 2010. They were wearing them then. Is it going to become part of the norm to be able, I have this little area, you have that little area, and somebody else has that little area. I can remember when the beach used to be just packed full of people, but I'm wondering now if people are going to start giving each other 6 feet room. If so, all I can say is people better start slowing down having kids, because this world, you get in the big cities, you just do not have 6 feet of space between everybody. You just don't have it. Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, Charlotte, Atlanta, Miami. You go into big cities, when there is, when it's not, when it's just a regular, you're not going to have 6 feet of space. Riding a train into the city, now what's going to do? Ride one seat, skip a seat. Ride in a seat, skip a seat. I mean, is that what it's going to come to? I don't know. My wife, friend of hers that works with her, she's got it. Her husband's got it, and both her kids have it. I don't know. I really don't know. I wish we did. Be less fruitful. I don't know. It's changing life as we know it. It really is. It's changing the life that's been in front of us, and some of us have lived 30, 40, 50 years. These kids are just growing up now. They don't know anything else. Think about that. They never got to go out and play up to now anyway. Just get out and play. No, you can't do that. That kid may have corona. I can't imagine it. I was raised, out in the country, and we just get together, go down to the creek, play in the mud, play in the water, catch lizards, catch tadpoles, catch minnows, go fishing. And I think that's one of the few things maybe everybody can still do if they want to is go fishing. But you still got to give space. You still got to give somebody some space if they come around you and all. So I don't know. I really don't. Me and the wife have been discussing it now for 2 days, 3 days. Do you want to go on vacation? Well, obviously she does. She would like to go visit her friends, her sisters, her family in PA, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen up there. They're tighter right now. Jersey, what's it? 3 states: New Jersey, Massachusetts. It might be New York, but there's 3 states up in the Northeast. If you visit afterwards, you have to be on 14-day. You have to be on 14-day lockdown. So think about that. So it's for real. It's damn well for real. Some wrestlers. The world champion for AEW, Jon Moxley, was planning on wrestling someone tonight. Yeah, got some baseball news for you too. We got a schedule. We got our schedule. You know who you're playing, and you know exactly how many times you're playing them. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple schedule too. I'll tell you that in a couple minutes. Jon Moxley, AEW World Heavyweight Champion, got in touch with Tony Khan, the commissioner of AEW, and said, look, I actually was around somebody 2 days ago that has corona. He told him, stay home. Stay home. Very, very cool deal. Very cool deal. Tony Khan has done, I've given him thumbs up 2 times this week. So very good job, Tony Khan. Everything you're doing for AEW. I'm not a big AEW fan. Everybody knows I'm a Ring of Honor fan. I'm a Ring of Honor wrestling fan. But AEW, it seems to be doing it the right way as far as the rules. I don't like the wrestling styles. I don't like all that stuff. But they seem to be doing it right as far as trying to follow the rules of just basic humanity. Baseball news. Who's your team, Keith? It's pretty simple, guys. If you got a team out there, whatever division they're in, okay, you're going to play your division foes 10 times. It's kind of wishy-washy. The Cubs. So the Cubs, is it a 5-team division or is it a 6-team division? Now, the Central has a little bit of difference, I think. I think Central's 6-team division. I think it is. If that is the case, then things are going to be a little different with the Central than it will be in the West and the East. The East, pretty simple. But I think it's the Cubs, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, St. Louis. All divisions have 5 now? Okay. All right. Milwaukee, St. Louis, Chicago, Cubs, Pittsburgh. Who's the other one? Damn. Cubs, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Cincinnati Reds, and Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, now let me tell you what you're going to be doing. Yep. You're going to play your division rivals 10 times each. That makes 40 games right there. Then you're going to go interleague. And you're going to play the American League Central. All 5 of those teams 4 times. That's your other 20 games. That's the way it's going to work. You're going to play your division rivals 10 times each. That's 40 games. Then play the opposite league's Central Division 4 times, all 5 teams. And that's your 60 games. For instance, the Phillies are going to play the Mets 10 times. The Nationals 10 times. The Marlins 10 times. And Braves 10 times. That's 40 games. Then they're going to go play the Red Sox 4, Yankees 4, Blue Jays 4, Tampa Bay Rays 4, and Baltimore Orioles 4. And that'll take care of this season. They're going to mix it. They're going to intertwine it all. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you're going to play all 5 of the AL teams. If you're a Cubs fan, you're going to play Houston 4 times, the Rangers 4 times, Royals 4 times, Tigers 4 times, and the Twins 4 times. So it should be interesting. DH across the board. Across the board DH. We'll see what happens with that too. That should be something else that's very, very interesting. But so always, yeah, okay, it's a White Sox. Okay, so it's a White Sox, Indians, Twins, Tigers, Royals. Yeah, okay. All right. So both of the Texas teams out west then. Okay. Houston, and then Texas, Seattle, Oakland, and LA Angels. They're out west. Okay. I got you. I didn't realize both teams down in Texas were in the West, but they are. And I guess it makes sense. It's only it's 2 time zones difference, but still, they're only in the Central as well as far as Central time zone. Only a couple of teams in the West. I mean, in the Mountain time zone, the Rockies and the Diamondbacks are in their own special time zone. So they don't bump time. They don't even move their clocks, I don't think, in Arizona. They keep it the same all the time. So it's pretty wild. So, yeah, season 4, we will have 2 new drivers. We'll still have 11 teams, and we'll go with it from there. 15 racetracks, Cup tracks, Daytona, Talladega, Martinsville. Bristol's going to be one of them too. Bristol's a hateful little track for some cars, but we'll see what happens. No TV drivers in season 4. No TV drivers. TV is going to be part of pedal to the metal. So it's going to be even more pedal to the metal. No TV drivers. We're going to let everybody going to have same color card this year. Won't have to worry about dark cards at all this year. So this may just be a 1 season thing, but we're going to try it. Pedal to the metal for TV. So if a TV is a 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, may get it a lot. But if it's an 11 or 12, then if we still roll a 6 on the black die, we can still do it that way too. But I'm just trying to pick up more pedal to the metal. More people like it. TV drivers, there was a lot of people who were like, man, I never became a TV driver. And some said I was a TV driver too much. One person I think was TV driver 5 times out of 15 races, which is nuts. And I think maybe I was once. I'm not even sure if I was even one time or not. But it was crazy. Bubba's been a TV driver. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. I'm not even going to get involved in that right now. It's just, yeah. I mean, NASCAR's covering something up, or they've got something going on. They can do whatever they want to, though. I'm like, yes, I'm not involved in it. I know I've never been to Talladega, but one time I drove through there, and it hasn't been in the last 6 months. So, and I've never been to the racetrack. So, let them do what they want to. My new wrestling game is looking more and more like Friday, maybe Saturday getting here. When it is, I will have it on the table. I will show you guys what it's all about. Anybody wishing to purchase it, I can tell you exactly where to buy it. Anybody that doesn't want to pay the price that they're asking can come to me, and all I can do is go to the guy and say, "Look, I've got people itching to buy your product, but it's a little high. So we'll see, because you get no board with it or anything. It's $24.99, and if you buy it on eBay, mine run me right at $31, shipping and everything. That's a little tight for a deck of cards. It really is. It's a little high. It's only 90 cards is all you get, so it's a little steep. But they look like they are some excellent cards. They look like it's going to be a lot of fun. And if it is, I'm going to try to build up the volume. There's 16 of them. So that's something, I may wait a few months in between each time. It's a brand new game. It's only been released like 4 months, 3 months, something like that. It's only been released a very short time. And you can get it on eBay. You can find it on eBay. Slam Wars is what it's called. Slam Wars card game. And it looks like a lot of fun. If you're an old school wrestling fan like I am, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it. And especially when I get more than, when I get my Florida one, I'm going to get a Florida one as well. And then I'm going to get the Superstation or the Atlanta one third. But Florida's my second one I want. Then you can kind of mix territories up. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can have champions from different divisions. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I hope you guys will join me for it. It's probably going to be sometime this weekend. Friday, if I get it. If I get it Friday, most time our mail doesn't get here maybe 12:30, 1:30, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're out west, you're fine. It'll be before lunchtime for you guys. But otherwise, that's what I've got going on. Like I say, me and the wife, if we decide to book away from here for a while, I'll let you guys know it. We'll probably won't be going over a week. And we're still trying to decide what we want to do. We're trying to be safe, yet we would like to go out and do something. So, it's kind of like knowing that there's sharks in the water, but you want to get in the water the same way, or piranha or whatever. And you stick your toe in there and you feel it's cold water, and then all of a sudden then it gets better and better. We don't want to get too comfortable. We don't want to get too lackadaisical. But we do want to get out and try to do something before this second wave hits, where they're going to put everybody in. Keith, all right, just got your results. How long? Within the last couple seconds, or what happened, bro? I mean, right now it's what the hell is it? 8:17. Did you get them a minute ago? Or did you get them an hour ago? Forgot to tell us. You got them an hour ago and you forgot to tell us. Oh my God. Oh, you just got them. Oh man. Excellent. So we're one of the first people to know about it. So Keith White came in yesterday, and he was really down in the dumps, worried that he had COVID. He got tested negative. No COVID for Keith. Great. All right. I was waiting in the room chatting to you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so you found that online. Okay. Oh, okay. I believe NASCAR. Inner zone. So you think NASCAR is telling the truth? Hey, everybody's believing what they want to. The only reason I think it's a little bit of a sneaky deal there. Why, out of all of them, I don't know. It may not have been nothing to it. Like you say, what some people call him Jussie Smollett or whatever. Yes, without a doubt, Interzone is saying. I don't know. All I know is Bubba Wallace has got hit hard by it. He's getting, I mean, you wouldn't believe how many people's come online and said, look, he's a known crying wolf. He's crying wolf. Keith White just got his, found out he does not have COVID, Dora. Wonderful. So we're glad of that. No COVID will Keith. Keith was around someone in the last 48 hours that had COVID, had to get tested. He came in here last night all down in the damn dumps. Keith is COVID negative. So, yeah. Interzone, I'm too used to NASCAR covering up so much shit. I don't know if I believe anything they say anymore. And who knows, and their investigation team. I'd love to see who they had investigating for you. I'd love to see that. But I don't know. Either way, if it's nothing to it, it makes the 43 team look like a bunch of fools. And if all it was a tied knot, right, to where you could pull a thing down by the, and it wasn't just something sitting in there, that's whiny shit. Because the way I saw it, it looked like from back in the fall, I think a 21 team was in there. And it said it looked like a thing where you just pull down. Yeah, I just, I don't know. It just, to me, who would have reported that? Who would have reported that? So somebody's stirring up a stink that they shouldn't have been doing one way or the other. Or somebody's covering up a lot of shit. One of the two. Either way, it's really not, it's not a good look from NASCAR. It really isn't. So, because if there was nothing to it, they released the story. I mean, hell, they went on the AP with it. But a lot of, you know what? I'm sorry. A lot of news journalists report shit that's never been true. Let's just be for real about it. There's a lot of fake news out there right now. And I don't mean try to hurt somebody's feelings when I say that, but there's a lot of people who report some shit before they know the truth about anything. So, hey, it may be true. It may be true. NASCAR might have, but if that's the case, then the 43 teams got egg in their face because they definitely reported it. So NASCAR put Bubba in a bad spot. Well, G-Puck, I'm like this about it. The 43 car team member came up and said that. He's the one that put him in a bad spot. But, before you find out what's going on, you can't speak out on it. Because if you do, then it's not true. Then it makes you look like a dumbass. So, but, somebody, like you say, we're going to find out. Let's find out when they have fans in the stands and they call his name, how he's going to get treated. There are a lot of black folks that I've watched some stuff today on YouTube. They're calling him Jussie Smollett. I don't know. I do not know how things are going to be perceived. But I do know this. You cry wolf one time, and something didn't happen. You cry it a second time, people don't believe you quite as quick. Oh, that's it. It's that guy again. So, you know, you got to kind of watch. What's up, Amish? I'm kind of with Amish on that. I mean, number one, he probably shouldn't have said anything. But then he said, well, I'm scared and I'm this and I'm that. Somebody's out to get, you know, obviously the 43 car team member too didn't help anything. He didn't really help anybody. And then they made that big deal about it on pit road. Yeah. But if Bubba would have simply went out and raced and not come out and said something, but he did say stuff though. He was, you know, he was like, I'm kind of scared and I'm like yes and all that. You know, I don't know. And then Richard Petty said nothing. Richard Petty says nothing. He's the one that probably should have come out and said something. That way he could have said, well, look, this is what happened. But it seems like he put the clamps on the whole team except Bubba, which was not the right way to do things. He should have, the team member that found it, whatever, should have been forced to go and talk in front of the media and been like, okay, this is what I saw. You know, and that's it. A 1-2 sentence statement. I found this and I found it right there. That's it. And end the story. But they didn't do it that way. As soon as somebody mentioned it, it lit up like wildfire on the internet. And then the next thing you know, oh shit, Talladega. And Talladega got a bad rap for it, you know. So, you know, this car was more. Well, he had that down in Martinsville. Amish to a point, I believe some of the stuff you're telling me, and I'll tell you why. It's been rumored in the last 6 months that if he didn't do something this year, he's going to get fired. Okay, now can Richard Petty fire him? Can they get rid of him? Probably not. You know that's the thing. Now, even it don't matter what he does, and he hasn't won anything. But now it kind of puts his team in a spot that okay, I don't know. It just it's probably not the right format to do what you want to do right there with that. If you know, before the race, have a tent and have a get together. Hey, have a prayer meeting, whatever. But on that large stage like that, you know, and how many black viewers are there? Truly, how many black viewers are there in NASCAR? It's not a lot. They're not the majority on there, that's for sure. But it's nothing wrong. You know, I don't have a problem with him having that on his car. But my problem is that you just can't go pointing fingers at people for stuff, and I don't care what you're doing. And let me tell you somebody else that needs to get in some trouble. Okay, totally away from this, but it's NASCAR related. Denny Hamlin was. This has been a back page story for the last week and a half, and it should have been a front page story. Denny Hamlin was rumored, and I heard it was true, that he text messaged or emailed. It was either a text message or an email to Corey LaJoy saying, I'm going to wreck your ass next race. I'm going to wreck your ass next race. If that is indeed true, and you're actually threatening somebody, that's a threat. That's a threat. his ass should be sitting down for 10 races, half a season. And I don't have anything, I don't have nothing against Denny Hamlin. But you can't do shit like that. You can't pull bullshit like that. And if that's true, like I say, he said, hey, I've got it on my phone. I can prove it. That's what Corey LaJoie said. You haven't heard NASCAR say one damn word about that. Go out here and tell somebody. Yeah, go out here and tell somebody you're gonna go wreck their ass into a bridge or something. It's criminal, folks. It's criminal. You can't do that shit. I mean, you can go out here and tell him after the race, I'm gonna whip his ass. And if you go out there and do it, that's one thing. But to think you can use a vehicle or your car as an object to try to, come on, that's threats. That's a threat. Denny Hamlin should not, if it's true, and NASCAR has not said a damn word about it. They have covered that son of a bitch up good. But look it up. Look it up. Denny Hamlin, Corey LaJoie. And Corey LaJoie, I mean, he called him out on it and said, look, you know what? Denny Hamlin did that. But if it was the other way around and Corey LaJoie threatened Denny Hamlin, what do you think would happen? Or Corey LaJoie threatened Jimmy Johnson or Kyle Busch, what do you think would happen? I'm telling you, there is a rule for some and there's a rule for others. And I truly believe that. Okay? You guys, some of you may not agree with what I say, but do you think had Corey LaJoie threatened Denny Hamlin, do you not think that would have been front page news? And on top of that, what do you think NASCAR would have done? But since Denny Hamlin, a winner of 2 or 3 events already this year, up in the points, way up in the points. Wow, we can't let our points, we can't let our points leader get in any trouble. So this deal with Bubba Wallace has been perfect. It's worked out perfect for NASCAR. Yeah, let's push that. Let's push that. Let's do what we can do. And whatever we do, let's keep Corey LaJoie off the camera, and let's keep Denny Hamlin off the camera as much as we can. I'm just stating what I heard, folks. I'm just stating what I hear. I know a lot of people probably look at my channel sometime and be like, Rob, do you really believe what you're saying? Hey, let's see if we can find it, right? Corey LaJoie, Denny Hamlin. Yep, you're right. The feud, Corey LaJoie accuses Denny Hamlin of wreck threat via text. Via text. Now, did they find? Oh, yeah, that's what you got to do. Find somebody. Yep. That's what we need. Another fine, right? Another fine. That takes care of it. Trade jabs on Twitter still. Then LaJoie even says Denny Hamlin feud should escalate to a point it shouldn't have. Yeah. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let's shake hands and talk about each other's mama, right? I mean, that's just what it's about. That's just what it's about. These guys, man, oh man, it's just crazy. 3.3 million. Yeah. Trust me. Trust me. NASCAR is putting on anything they can to try to watch them, have viewers watch. I'm serious. Yep. Did anybody watch? And I call this the clown race of all time. It was a Firecracker 400, July 1984. Did anybody remember watching that race? July 1984. Did anybody? If you didn't watch that race, you need to watch it, because if ever the fix was in, it was that race. I mean, it was so funny. People were falling out of the race left and right. It looked like they were intentionally sliding into the grass and stuff. I mean, it was so comical. And here comes out of turn 4, Richard Petty for that 200th win. They're struggling, but not in trouble. NASCAR, man, NASCAR, you don't think they're in trouble. NASCAR right now, I think trouble, yeah. I think they're in trouble because you've got so many old school people. You know, when I used to go to the races, man, you had to find a place to sit. Ain't that way no more. I don't care where you go. You can go to Daytona 500. You don't have a problem buying a ticket that day. Martinsville. Does anybody remember? If you've ever been to Martinsville, they got a front stretch. They got turns 1 and 4 with the seats. The back stretch, the day of the race, they used to sell tickets. So if you had some extra change, $100 or whatever, you got a way to get in there. Let me go ahead and cut my oven off real quick. I got something cooking. Get this out. All right. Had something in the oven, so I got that out. NASCAR turned on the people in the South, and that's where most fans. Well, to a point, yes. To a point, yes. They started going to California, Kansas, that stuff. That turned some people off. That didn't turn me off of it so much. Then number one, they got rid of restrictor plates. Okay, in 1990. Worst move ever. Best move they've ever done in the last 25 years. Soft walls. Best move ever. Yes. They weeded out some tracks, but in the process, like you say, they weeded out some fans though. Restrictor plates was one of the best things they ever had. I mean, restrictor plates is one of the worst things they ever had. I'm sorry. Number two, people want to see as much racing as they possibly can. And now with these segments and all that shit, let's throw a caution. Let's throw another caution. Let's throw another caution. People don't want to watch that. Oh, look, they're going to have another restart. Yeah. My man last night was talking about Dover. Remove the flag. That will cause some on the fence to give up on it. I agree, Amish. Yeah, they had a big parade about that too, and you know, forcing people's hands. You know, a lot of people, they'll save their money now. Segments is killed the racing. No restrictor plates. I mean, restrictor plates has messed up racing. Look, there's a way they could fix it. They could fix it. Number one, you got to get Mike Helton out of there. Get Mike Helton's ass as far away from NASCAR as possible. So if you can ship his ass down to Australia, do that. Ship his ass away. Get him out. Number two, cut the damn. Yeah, NASCAR has even said that anybody out there now can drive a car. All right, people out there right now, dude, you can drive at 180 miles an hour in Charlotte. People can handle a car. You might need balls, but the thing is, you don't have to have balls no more. They say to drive it like a car out here on the street. Puck, the cars drive too good. Cut the damn spoilers in half. Cut them in half. Cut the damn things off. Make them slide. Make the car slide. Make them have to lift off the gas. That's the way it used to be at Daytona. They was going so fast they had to lift off the gas. What do you think happens in Darlington? Darlington's always one of the best races. Why? The track eats the tires up, and then the next thing you know, they start sliding up there and bumping the wall and stuff like that. I'm just telling you, man. If you want to watch good racing, cut those damn spoilers in half. Cut them down. When they get in Charlotte, you see them. You see them. It looks like you're racing dirt going around there. That's what you need. Yeah, that's right, Amish. Because Dale Earnhardt Jr. said this. Dale Earnhardt Jr. said it. He said, I could have my wife get in a car at Daytona. Yeah, but listen to this, Puck. He said this. I could have my wife get in a car at Daytona and go 185 miles an hour. I'd never worry about her. I'd never worry about her. She could go make laps 185 miles an hour. He said, I've had street cars that didn't handle as good as those. Yes, he said it. Look, we don't need cars that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care if they have power steering or not. We don't have to go back to the olden days or nothing like that. But make it where they have to lift off the gas. They have to actually make it have to handle. If they want to go in there faster, eat the tires up, good. Then the next thing you know, after 20 laps, they got to come in the pit where somebody else taking care of their tires. Have you ever watched Days of Thunder? Stupidest movie ever. But remember Tom Cruise? He wants to run 40 laps his way, and you see his tires look like crap. Then his crew chief said, I want you to let off every turn. Let off every turn. And he comes back in there, and his tires look like new. Obviously, they're not going to look like new after 40 laps, but they're going to look better if you take care of them. David Pearson, Harry Gant, Terry Labonte. These are guys that were good drivers. Terry Labonte, a champion. And the reason was because he took care of Mark Martin. There are some guys out there who could take care of their cars. But replace them with Play-Doh. But come on. I mean, and I'm just telling you, you do not need a race car to handle and stick to the track like glue. You don't need that. You need to have them where they have to race the darn things. Yeah, you know. Have you ever been on a back road and decided to go real fast? And then all of a sudden you go, oh, shit, there's a turn. I better slow down. Make them feel the same way. When I get going around a turn, oh, I better let off a little bit or I'm going to hit this wall. What's wrong with that? Let them race. And the thing of it is, if some of them have tires torn up, messed up tires, make them come in the pits quicker. What does NASCAR do? Well, this track is starting to eat the tires up. What do, guys? Let's repave. Let's repave this track. Really? That is not the solution. Let the track age. Let it age. Let it grate the tires up. Let it eat the tires up. And then you're going to see some racing. You're going to have, no, dude, no. Drivers might get hurt. All right, inner zone. No. Why you say that though? They had to lift off the gas in the 70s. What's the difference? They had to lift off the gas in the 70s. In the 80s, they did. So you say you don't think they should have to let off the gas in order to race? Old tracks, all that means is better racing. Better racing. Repaving everything is not the answer. Let's put new pavement down so they can go 20 miles an hour faster. Yep. And they stick like glue to the track. Potholes in the track, that's totally different. That's totally different. But look at Bristol, that was one that had potholes. Martinsville ended up putting the concrete around the turns. Not a concrete fan, not at all. Yeah, the cars run loose on some tracks, but come on, not much. Very few races do you see anybody up front get past anymore. Downforce means everything. It's not the same. If it was the same, trust me, people would come and watch. Driver safety, look, driver safety is first, but you don't think they should race on old racetracks. You can't repave a track every time somebody bitches about it. Come on. No way. You got to race on what they have you race on. What's wrong with that? Yeah, that's right. That's it. That's why it's called racing. It's a dangerous sport. It's a dangerous sport, though. But I mean, let's be for real about it. That's why they do it. But repaving is not the answer. No, I'm sorry. You may not agree with me, but hey, I'm one of the older school people that quit going to the races. And if you want to ask people why they quit going to the races, ask them, In a zone, somebody can get hurt and killed next week. Somebody could get hurt or killed next week. It can happen. Yep. I'm telling you. You've got to race on old. What's no good for? What do you think? All right, in a zone, how you want to draw the crowds back? What do you want to do to it? I want to hear that one. We don't need all this extra downforce. Ain't no passing going on. Who wants to watch a damn race where if you're out front, you're going to win? The guys out there ain't going to get past. I'm sorry. Who the hell wants to watch that? Some of the best have you ever been to Orange County Speedway, North Carolina, South Boston, and Virginia? Both. I've been to both. Well, the fact is, Philip, you can't tell the difference now and then when they open the stands up. People ain't lining up to go to these races. You've got nobody saying, boy, I can't wait to go to wherever. The only people doing that shit is somebody that wants to capitalize on getting autographs or something like that. That's it. But you don't have true race fans are not wanting to go 10 races a year like they used to when I was a kid. Shit, man, we used to go to 2 Bristol, 2 Martinsville, 2 2 Charlotte, 2 Rockingham, and 2 in Richmond every year. Yeah, man. Sharver, you right, man. Orange County was tough track to go to. It was a good track. 3/10 of a mile, banked, fun track. Fun track to go to. Yeah, man. I tell you what, you guys, if you're watching this and you're not watching this live, if you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. If you disagree with me, give me a thumbs down. I want thumbs down or thumbs up if you agree with me or disagree with me. Old tracks. Oh man, you remember that? Tell them who the Hoosier Man was. M. Sharver 2. Tell them who the Hoosier Man was. Well, Michael, if you go to a race, especially a short track race, especially on a Saturday night race, you can't beat those. Come on, M. Sharver. Tell us who the Hoosier Man was back in the 90s. You got to know who that was. I'm breaking the law, boom, 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 breaking the law, breaking the law. You got to know who the Hoosier Man was. Ken Castro. We're talking about why NASCAR is not drawing the crowds that they used to draw. Breaking the law, breaking the law. No. Who's the Hoosier Tire Man? Who's the Hoosier Man? Come on, Sharver. You got to know who it was. This week we got 33 cars in the field, 32 driving Goodyears, and we got 1 Hoosier Tire guy. He broke the rule. I mean, this guy, he never went by anything NASCAR said. He didn't give 2 shits. That's why he got blackballed finally. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who the Hoosier Man is. I can't believe that. He came in, even in the 90s, folks, he came to the track and said, I'm racing Hoosiers. Until they turned Hoosier down. So quit coming to the track. Because he raced it. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can ask it on here. See if it actually. Who was the NASCAR driver that raced Hoosier tires in the 1990s?
Jeff Bodini. Here's a summary from Wikipedia.
Jeff
Bodini won 4 races with Hoosier.
Jeff Bodine. It was Jeff Bodine, though. He used to come. Let me tell you what happened. One of the races in the early 90s, he brought his own car, right? And said, we're going to, Bodini, yeah, Bodini. But it was Jeff Bodine. He came, I don't forget where they were racing at, and it was the early 90s. And the number one thing was he was slow as all get out. He was slow. But all the guys that were running the damn Goodyear tires, wherever they run at, they can only run like 30 laps. And he can go like 100 laps. I forgot where it was, but I mean, he toasted the field. They had to come in, get a half a tank of fuel, a third of a tank, and get tires. He just keep going. Yes. And I actually mentioned it on one of my broadcasts the other day. We went that might be part of the problem too, Michael Peterson. And I got a beef with baseball too, you assholes. Has anybody heard the new rule baseball's taking in? I'll talk about that in a little while too. Bullshit rule. It's a bullshit rule. Yeah, back like 89, 88, 89, we went down. You like the baseball rule? The new rule? I'm sorry. Yeah, the extra innings shit. Give me a damn break. Put a runner on second. Yeah, yeah. Who likes that one? All right, here you go. Here you go. Y'all deserve that. Let's put a runner on second to start the 10th inning. Fast-paced game. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm against you there too, Interzone. Now, who's with Interzone on that? Who likes that? Thumbs up. Michael Peterson says no way on the extra innings. Why do you get a runner? If we got to go 13 innings, I'm sorry. Sorry. Wet rag in a bag pocket instead of finger to the mouth. Whatever about that. I don't really care about that so much. But I'm talking about putting a runner at second base to start the 10th inning. I hate it. I hate that rule. If I don't have enough time to sit and watch a baseball game, I shouldn't be there. Keith, I don't know. Right. I think it's stupid, man. Do it in minor leagues, that's fine, but major leagues, no. Puck and Interzone both like. I'm totally against that. I don't mind the DH so much, but that's totally different too. Going back to Orange County, back in 88 or 89, me and my brother and one of my friends, we took off from here. We went down to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Okay. We rode down there and we wanted to go see the Redskins play a preseason game. Well, I don't think we took enough money. I think we each probably took $50, and we get there and they say, well, $93, $83. We're like, what? Preseason game? We said, to hell with that. So we started driving back to Virginia, and early afternoon still, and it said on there, tonight, racing, NASCAR, 300 laps, Orange County. Turn in here. Well, Interzone and G-Puck both, there are ways they can keep it from being 4 hours a game. Putting a runner on base for them, though, is that the way to do it? I don't know. To me, I don't like it. It'll pay them back. I'll tell you what. It'll pay it'll pay baseball back if everybody scores a run for about 5 innings straight. How about that shit? Can you imagine that? He got a hit, scored a run. He got a hit, scored a run. Let it go 14 innings. I'm going to go thumbs up with it then. I hope the hell it does. I hope it happens, burns them in the ass a couple times. I really do. Because, yeah. Trade deadline. Trade deadline is August 31st is what it looks like it's going to be. So we'll see about that. But yeah, you guys out there, NASCAR, I say trim the spoilers in half, cut them in half, let them race on older racetracks, get rid of August 31st is what I thought. And get rid of the restrictor plates. That's what I say. Get fans back in the stands, and you'll actually have somebody learning how to drive a race car. Baseball, I don't mind the schedule so much. I don't mind the DH so much. Don't put a runner at second base. In the playoffs, they're not going to do it, I'm understanding. So at least they won't do it then. MLB's trying to attract a new generation, but that Interzone, the entire time, NASCAR's been trying to do that. And look what happened. They turned other people against it. You can't change a baseball game, but so damn much. If you're sitting there watching the game, you've been sitting there 2.5 hours, trust me, 15 more minutes is not that big a deal, or 30 more minutes is not that big a deal. If they want to do something, start the games earlier. Start them earlier. Start them at 6:30. I don't have a problem with that. But you can't keep fooling and diddling with every damn thing. You wanna fine tune something that's already fine. The problem is kids nowadays play video games. They play soccer. They're doing all this other stuff, and now we got to put up with this bullshit virus. Look, you keep changing the rules so much. After a while, people are going to turn the damn TV off. You wait and see. You wait and see. Yep. Participation trophies is bullshit, too. You're right. I agree with that one. GPUC, World Baseball Classics, totally different, man. We're talking about these guys are making a living. MLB, they're making a living doing this. They're making a living doing it. That was entertainment purposes. I mean, I'm not trying to, that was for entertainment value. I don't mind. Celebrate, taunt, allow it. That's fine. Celebrate, taunt, allow it. I don't mind that. But they can't be getting on pictures every time they throw at somebody. Can't do that. Let them celebrate. I ain't got a problem if they celebrate. Let them do it. I don't have a problem with that. But baseball, putting a runner at second base is not the solution to a quick game. Some people don't mind watching a 1-0 game, folks. 1-0 game, it's not the worst games in the world to watch. Or a 1-1 game. I don't know. That's my opinions, guys. You guys, if you've been watching my video tonight, or if you're watching a next day or a couple days later, give me a thumbs up if you agree with what I say. If you disagree with what I say, give me a thumbs down. And I tell you what, tell me why. Either way, if you give me a thumbs up, just don't give me a thumbs up. Say, Rob, I agree with you because of. Or, Rob, I disagree with you because of. Definitely. Give me the thumbs down if you don't agree with me. I'm just telling you. This is the way I feel about things. I think you mess with sports too much, and then the next thing you know, you're going to turn people against it. NASCAR, early on, they haven't been getting in ratings, and now here lately, they've turned the wick up a little bit with some of the stuff with Bubba Wallace and all. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is it going to be a long-term effect, or is it going to be a short-term effect for NASCAR, where it helps them some, but then it goes back to the tank for them? I don't know. I wish baseball nothing but the best. I've been hoping for baseball to come back. I said all along, 80 games. It's 60 games. You're playing your division foes 10 times each. And then if you're in the NL West, you're going to play the AL West 4 times each. Major Walker-thon. Yeah. So you guys have a great one, great one, great one. I do thank you. God bless everybody out there. Keith White does not have corona. He just got a call back just a little while ago, or he got a message back a little while ago. He was waiting on it while he was in here with me. Instead, I just found out I do not have corona. He'd been on a watch list because he'd been around somebody with it. So big thumbs up to you, Keith. Good deal, bud. We are so happy, and we want you to stay in good shape, bud. We want you, so above everything. You was at the clinic at the time. Oh, so Keith was at the clinic. He was breaking the law, coming in here talking to me about everything I had going on in here. But yes, good deal, Keith. Whether I agree with everything you guys say or whether I disagree with everything you guys say does not mean I don't appreciate you coming to my chat room, or coming to our chat room. Season 4 racing coming up pretty soon. We got 2 new drivers. We got 2 we deleted. Delete. But we're going to start it up pretty soon. We'll put that on the back burner during the summertime here. We'll let some people go on vacation if you can and all. And so, yeah, kicked ass taking names. That's awesome. You guys have a great, great night. God bless. Thank you guys for checking out my channel. If you're watching this at a later time, look, don't hesitate. Everybody in live chat has an opinion. I had an opinion. Voice your opinion. We want to hear it, whether you agree, disagree, or right in the middle, and just kind of be, some things I agree with, some things I don't. It's all cool. God bless, guys. Have a great night, and use YouTube for what it's for. Have fun with it. Don't abuse it. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, and then wash them again. If my man Sean was here, he would say it too as well. Have a great night, and God bless. Bye-bye.